Hello everyone. Today's video is about things that surprise Japanese people about foreigners. Many things surprise Japanese people about foreigners, just as many things surprise foreigners about Japanese people. I'll talk about 3 things that personally affect me and many others. These things are normal for us, but they genuinely surprise Japanese people. I personally believe it's a difference in mentality. Our mentalities are different, that's undeniable. I don't believe this needs to be a barrier to making friends or finding a romantic partner. If you can resolve misunderstandings and explain that we have different cultures, everything will be fine. Let's hope that Japanese people can accept our culture, and we can accept theirs if we want to build genuine relationships and make Japanese friends. First, tattoos surprise Japanese people. Many know that Japan has very strict rules regarding tattoos. You can't go to public baths, swimming pools, or many jobs with visible tattoos. I made a separate video about this because many of you saw my Instagram and know I have tattoos. I won't go into detail here. It's a complex issue with many nuances. It's not a simple case of everyone loving or hating tattoos, or of being universally accepted or rejected. It's a highly debated topic, so I've made a separate video explaining it in detail. The Japanese attitude toward tattoos isn't uniformly negative or positive. It's a matter of lacking understanding. Many foreigners have tattoos as a fashion statement. While the exact percentage of tattooed people in other countries is unclear, statistics in the US show that 1 in 5 adults has at least one tattoo. Unfortunately, Japanese society remains very conservative about tattoos, failing to grasp that tattoos can be a fashion choice, not solely a sign of Yakuza affiliation. This is unfortunately still a common misconception in the 21st century, and it's disheartening, though I believe things will change in the future. I'll explain why and how in a separate video. Second, something that shocks Japanese people, particularly those from CS countries, is that we marry young. I'm not saying everyone marries young. It's individual. However, statistics show the average age of marriage in CS countries is 22. In Japan, the average age is significantly higher. Whether marrying early or late is good or bad is debatable. But Japanese people struggle to understand how common early marriage is in some cultures. Many Russian and Ukrainian young people get married while still in university. Many of you probably know people who married during their 2nd or 3rd year of university and even started families early. Again, this isn't inherently good or bad, but it's a cultural reality Japanese people find difficult to grasp. The most challenging aspect is that once married, you're categorized differently. You're no longer seen as a student who goes to parties and enjoys a carefree lifestyle. Married couples, even while still studying, may still participate in student life, but in Japan, once married, you're considered a different social category. I once had a colleague introduce me to a new female student, and the 40-year-old woman introducing us said to her, "This is Vika, she's a foreigner, and she's married too," as if we were part of the same married couple social group, rather than her being a young student, highlighting this different categorization. This shocked me. Many of my married friends who married young feel that it doesn't drastically change their lives. Marriage is dissolvable if needed, but in Japan, it's perceived as joining a different social clan, making socializing with friends who aren't married more difficult due to changed social expectations. Thus, I don't often mention my marital status. Third, something that not only surprises but also often baffles Japanese people is resting bitch face, or what might be translated as a stern face. Many of you have seen this in videos. For example, American vloggers often discuss it. It's a facial expression foreigners can have when they're not actively thinking about anything or simply resting, and it doesn't indicate a bad mood or anger. It's simply a neutral resting expression. We don't have to constantly smile when nothing's happening or even when something is. When interacting with Russians, people might approach someone with this expression and ask, "What's wrong?" leading to an explanation that everything is fine. Japanese people, however, often get scared. My classmates initially avoided me, thinking I was in a bad mood, which is typical of Japanese behavior. If someone seems unhappy, they prefer to leave them alone rather than offer comfort or ask if everything's okay. If you, like me, have resting bitch face, you need to address it because it can be off-putting to Japanese people. By the way, frequently appears in my recent videos. She has a more European personality. When she's tired, it shows, just like it does for other foreigners when they rest with a neutral expression, without forcing a smile. We get along well because she doesn't find my resting face frightening, but this is not the same for most Japanese people. I hope this helps clarify some misunderstandings. Always explain that it's just a natural expression. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.